Alright guys, I'm going to do a video on how to make a divider for your aquarium, a separator out of lighting diffuser. Now this is lighting diffuser. I know you guys have seen it before, and I know when I first got into the hobby and I would see people having this stuff in their tank, I was like, what is this stuff called and where do I get it? So this is called lighting diffuser, and you can buy it at like any hardware store. It is kind of expensive, but it's worth the, this is like a 5 by 2 foot section. So I mean, this was like 15 bucks. It's worth it, especially if you're separating expensive fish, or you're trying to breed using a hole in the wall method is what I call it, where you cut out a small hole where only the female can get in, so she can get a break from the male. These guys are over here. Oh, you can't see them. They're over here getting ready to spawn. I got the light off in there, but that's the same principle with that divide, or the hole in the wall method is basically like how I have this tube open on this side and blocked off over here, where she can still get out on that side here, but he cannot get in over there. So this is like her safe haven, if you will. So anyways, what you want to do, you want to measure your depth of your tank as far as from front to back. All 55 gallons are not all the same, apparently. So you want to go ahead and measure it. That way, you want to measure from the inside of each pane of glass, from one to the other. So you want to measure from the inside of this pane all the way back to to where they meet here, and that way it'll fit in there perfectly. I've already done this before, so this is one I made for a 10 gallon, and I was just checking them to see if they fit in here, and they do. So this is gonna be my template. So yeah, basically what we're gonna do is I'm gonna measure out, or use this template. This is how wide it's got to be, so it would go this way. Okay, just like this. I'm going to use my marker to just mark where that's going to be the very, wait, let me think here. No. Yeah, there we go. We want to mark right here. That is, this mark here is going to be the width of the actual divider. So basically you just want to get the lengths perfect. That way it fits in there right. That way the fish can't slip through the side. I'm going to show you guys how to cut this here in a second. Alright, as you see, there's this red line right here. This is where it ends. So this is the end of the divider. The divider is going to be from here to here. So you want to cut everything and not have any burrs. What I like to do is I just use a knife like this, and I just take my time. You can use pliers, like needle nose pliers. A heavier knife probably would work better, but just want to get all of the excess burrs off. Especially if you're making more than one, because you're gonna want the other side to be as straight as possible. That way you don't waste any, because this stuff is expensive. There you go. Now there is a couple pieces like here that just broke off. If there's any like residual burrs, I just kind of go and knock them off. You just want to have a good snug fit. And there you go. Now, with this being the tank that I'm going to use, you kind of want to gauge the depth of it. And you want it to go above the water line. You always, I got to get that food out of there. You always want to go, have the divider. You want it to go above the water line. That way the fish can't get around it. So you're going to want to set it like, you know, next to it as best as you can. Figure out where the water line is. Where do you normally keep it? I try to get this divider up above into this. So I have it go about right up to here. If I need to, sometimes I'll break off a little notch in here, or melt a little notch so it'll fit, because sometimes these little lips stop it from fitting, so you have to put it in like a weird angle and then kind of wedge it in between the two sheets, the front and the back sheet of glass. But now I'm going to measure the height, approximate height, that is. Sorry. Okay. My videos aren't the greatest as far as video quality, but I'll get better at this. It's the information that matters. This is a good size. This is a good depth, good length for it. So, you know, I kind of take my marker and mark down that line that I'm gonna cut. That way I don't end up messing it up. Like I said, this stuff's expensive. So there's the height that we want it. I'm sure yours will be different, but now we just use the same method to go ahead and cut it. Okay, now we're gonna attempt to put this in here. So this is the height. We got the height down and the width down. You know what, and put it in sideways like this, and then turn it. Now, like I said, this lip here and here might get in the way. So what I like to do is you can pop off this right here, this small piece here. I'll show you. Alright, you see how I took that off on both sides? Now, when you put it down where you want it, now it'll go in there perfectly. Let's see if we got any gaps. Nope. So nothing's gonna be able to sneak past here. Now you'll notice that it's kind of flimsy. You're gonna want to get some suction cups and put them in there. I'll show you now. So I buy these at the dollar store or the Dollar Tree for $1 for like 10 of them. They come with the little metal hook through that hole. I just take the hook out. So in order to keep these straight, I put one here, one on that side at the top, then I'll put one on the opposite side on the bottom, and I'll do that for both sides. And I'll switch it up. See, this one is on this side, so the top one on the opposite side will be on the opposite side, if you dig what I'm saying. That way they'll hold each other straight. And nothing should be able to push through. But if you have enough, put one on each side. Another thing I like to do is, because they can technically push this way, so put another one in the middle if you have enough. Depending on the fish, if it's a big fish, it shouldn't be in a small space like that. But if it's a nice size grow out that you're just trying to keep an eye on, you know, they'll be able to move this unless you put rocks or more suction cups, which I plan to do. This tank is just going to be a small holding tank, so I can move other fish around. So there you go. That's how to make a divider 101 out of lighting diffuser. Save all your pieces because you never know when you might need some of this stuff. You can also make dividers for 10-gallon tanks for smaller cichlid grow outs and stuff like that. So go ahead and keep them. You're gonna need them, I'm sure. There's also uses. Well, you can't see behind that tank, but there's uses for them. Keep them. I guarantee you're gonna need them. Like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna be doing some giveaways as soon as we can get past this first initial hump. We're up to 9 subscribers, which I'm thankful for, which I'm pretty sure is all my family. But you guys, come on, we can do this and get you guys one of these nice old green terrors, man. One of these emerald lines. Actually, there's no light on it. Shit. But yeah, you guys are missing out. I got a couple nice ones. As soon as we hit 100 subscribers, I'm gonna do a random giveaway. We're gonna generate a random number. Everybody's gonna get to comment and comment the number they pick, and then all you gotta do is pay shipping. So hope to see you there.